Today is basically the last chance to grab your favorite or brand new set of great indie games with amazing deals, as tomorrow the spring sale unfortunately ends. I made 2 older videos about great indie deals that I highly suggest you watch before or after this video, as you may find games that also interest you. But now, without further ado, let me show you another set of must-play indie games that you can grab on this last day of the sale. Let's start the list with a game that I stumbled across by accident, and I'm glad I did. FlyKnight is a dungeon crawler that you can play solo or with friends. It is an old school inspired game, very similar aesthetically to RuneScape and gameplay wise to Barony. You will explore dungeons, arm yourself with an arsenal of weapons, loot and fight enemies. That's basically what this game has to offer. It is really short, unfortunately, but it is really good. It is a fantastic title with great mechanics like simple fishing and a more complex limb-based combat system, items you will slowly learn how to use, great level design and so much more. Also, this game is cheap as hell and it stole the hearts of many players, including myself. I think it is one of the best games to grab right now and I highly recommend trying it if you like dungeon crawlers. Now one of my all-time favorites. It's like Terraria but top-down, with colony management, automation and farming sim elements. It's a complex mix of genres, merging the challenge and RPG feel of Terraria with survival elements and one of the best-known mechanics from colony sims, where you build your own village and manage villagers. It also includes automation, where you set up jobs for villagers to create bustling settlements, and farming sim elements with base building, farming, raising animals and more. Of course, there are tons of quests, items, monsters and bosses, along with a lot of crafting recipes, management and a great soundtrack. This is a hidden gem, seriously, and if you liked Terraria and maybe Core Keeper, then this game will be your next to play. A game that you probably already know. Brotato is something that was very popular at some point and it's still one of the best games in the genre. In this game we are playing as Brotato, as the title suggests. We have to survive and fight hordes of monsters as we wait for rescue from our mates. Yes, I know, another Vampire Survivors alike game, but what can I say, they are kinda good. As you probably expected, we are able to choose from various items as we level up, from armors and gadgets to up to 6 weapons, upgrade them and smack some aliens with them. There are dozens of different characters to choose from, and we are able to tweak the game to make it as easy or as hard as we like. This game at first sight may not look like something special, but trust me, its graphical style is something and it feels so good to just dive into some runs to chill. Try it out, trust me. Outer Wilds is one of the best games ever made. This is a deep and complex adventure about space exploration. I don't want to spoil it too much for you because this game needs to be played blind. You will explore space, the solar system, and discover its secrets. You will utilize a versatile set of tools that will help you in your exploration, solve puzzles, and navigate obstacles along the way. And let me tell you, they will challenge you real good. This game has its own scary moments, beautiful ones, as well as challenging ones. This is the type of game what many people will recommend to you if you ask what indie game should I play, or what is the game you wish you could experience for the first time again. Yeah, that's Outer Wilds. Diplomacy is Not an Option is a strategy game set in a medieval fantasy world. There is a lot going on in this game and it's your typical strategy experience where you build your town, defenses and a huge army to fight against massive hordes of enemies. This game has simple but intriguing polygraphics, where the laws of physics actually work, so you must carefully plan and consider the placement of your defenses. Build a functional society, where your peasants will create farms, treat wounded soldiers and infected citizens, bury the dead and more. Your kingdom and army need a strong and functional economy, so you will need to stockpile wood, food, iron, stone and gold to make everything work properly. There is also magic in this game, massive enemy armies and a lot of freedom. It's hard to quickly describe this game. It's a really good strategy title with a hilarious story and a very good but sometimes punishing gameplay. Space Haven is a spaceship colony sim in which we control a crew of civilians searching for a new home. As with any typical colony sim experience, we will manage the crew's needs because our characters aren't robots, they require proper sleep and food. We must carefully manage their needs and utilize their unique skills. Our crew will form relationships, experience mental breaks, develop new traits, and encounter both joyful and dramatic moments. You will also have the ability to customize your ship tile by tile, making it truly your own home. Managing life systems is also crucial. Oxygen levels, temperature, power, and room comfort must all be maintained, as well as potential hazards like toxic gases. There is much more to this game, including missions to explore derelict ships and stations, crew combat, ship-to-ship battles, and a procedurally generated galaxy filled with factions and resources. It's a lot to take care of, but it's an incredibly rewarding experience. If you are searching for a quality space colony management sim, this might be the perfect fit for you. Next up is Slime Rancher with a great deal. This game is a cozy sandbox where you catch slimes. You will collect colorful slimes, grow crops, harvest resources, and explore the untamed wilds. Each slime you catch is different and requires specific food, so you will need to grow crops like carrots, for example, or raise chicken-like creatures to feed your slimes. In return, they will grow, reproduce, and create resources. This is one of the best relaxing games to play, and if you are an achievement hunter, it's great for 100% it, as it doesn't take much time to do so. A fantastic deal at a very low price for what's already considered a classic in cozy gaming. A very well-known game, and I understand that many of you may not be interested in a title like this, but the deal is really good, so I need to recommend it. And it's also one of my favorites. House Flipper is a game where you renovate homes, but not just that. You buy, repair and remodel devastated houses, giving them a second life and then selling them for profit. It's as simple as that. This game is relaxing as hell. You will grab brooms to tidy the floors, clean up, paint walls and install heaters, showers, air conditioners and furniture. Don't like this wall? Grab a hammer and destroy it. It's in the way and more space means more money, right? This game lets you create your very own home makeover and relax for a while. Keep in mind though that it has a lot of DLCs. Some are free but most are paid and they're also on sale right now. You don't have to buy them as the base game is great on its own, but the DLCs let you expand onto farms, gardens and even restaurants, so yeah, there's a lot, but it's up to you. As I said, this game offers a lot of content and DLCs are not mandatory. This, let's say, classic RPG provides a lot of playable characters, a procedurally generated world, over 1000 unique items, endless replayability and a wide variety of dungeons and dangerous zones to explore. Yes, Hero Siege is something special. Although people have mixed opinions about the game, I think it is worth grabbing. I really like how it looks and plays. It brings back so many memories of similar games. Well, not much similar, but for some reason games like Tibia or Margonem come to mind, and when I saw this game, it lit a spark in my heart. This game will give you a lot of fun, a lot of things to do, and a massive amount of items to gather, sell and repeat. The pixel art is also great, and you can of course play this game with your friends. And before we jump to spot number 1, I've prepared 5 additional games as honorable mentions. Darkest Dungeon is one of the best games I've ever played, and I can recommend it to any of you at any time. This is a challenging, very challenging, gothic, roguelike turn-based RPG. It's all about the psychological stresses of adventuring. Yes, stress plays a big role in this game, not yours, but your characters. You have to reclaim your ancestors' estate, and to do so you must recruit, train and lead a team of brave adventurers to face eldritch horrors hidden beneath the estate. Preparation is key. You need to pick the right adventurers for the job, equip them with the right trinkets, and carefully plan your party composition based on the monsters you will face. You also have to plan for the place you are heading to. You will need supplies like torches, food, bandages, holy water, and other items to help you on your journey, which is filled with tragic monsters and deadly traps. You must decide whether to continue exploring or to return and regroup. The choice is yours. Take on the challenge and survive, or meet your demise. Remember, your adventurers are not immortal, so choose wisely. And that's everything for today. I hope you liked this video and found some great new indie games to play. Remember to also check out my 2 previous videos from the spring sale, and of course, if you liked what you just saw, remember to leave a like, subscribe and stick around for even more great indie games and sale videos. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you later this week in a video about upcoming April games. Thank you again, and bye.